What if the deepest source of your self-doubt isn't a weakness, but a wellspring of untapped power? We often fear our inner darkness, yet Carl Jung reminds us that until we make the unconscious conscious, it will rule our lives. This paradox that our shadows hold the key to our greatest potential is the journey we embark on together. Are you ready to confront the darkness within and unleash the extraordinary strength it holds? You feel it, don't you? You may find yourself perpetually starting projects, only to abandon them halfway through, or perhaps you shrink from opportunities, fearing failure more than you desire success. That familiar knot in your stomach, the self-deprecating voice in your head, these are all symptoms of your shadow's grip. It whispers insidious doubts, convincing you that you're not good enough, not strong enough, not worthy of happiness. Perhaps a past experience, a hurtful word, or a long-held belief has shaped your perception of yourself, creating a powerful inner resistance to growth. These buried experiences aren't simply memories, they are forces shaping your actions and decisions, often without your conscious awareness. Your mind cleverly uses defense mechanisms and cognitive biases to protect you from this pain, but in doing so, it traps you in a cycle of self-doubt. What if your perceived weaknesses are actually your greatest strengths in disguise? This is the crucial reframe. Instead of viewing your shadow self as an enemy, view it as a teacher, a powerful ally pointing towards forgotten resources, untapped creativity, and unknown resilience. It holds the key to unlocking a deeper understanding of yourself and a more fulfilling life. It's not about eliminating your imperfections. It's about accepting them as integral parts of your unique and beautiful complexity. You start a project brimming with enthusiasm, only to find yourself procrastinating, self-sabotaging, or simply giving up before you've even scratched the surface. It's not laziness, it's deeper than that. It's a feeling of being trapped, held back by unseen forces, a constant battle against yourself. You might blame external factors, bad luck, or the failings of others, but deep down, a chilling truth lingers. The greatest obstacle to your success isn't out there, it's within you. These buried wounds, these shadows of your past, actively work against your present self, creating invisible barriers that prevent you from achieving your fullest potential. They manifest as anxiety, low self-esteem, and the crippling fear of failure, all designed to keep you safe, to protect you from further hurt. But in doing so, they cage you, holding you back from the extraordinary life you were born to live. Carl Jung, the pioneering psychologist, understood this struggle intimately. But how do we rewire this internal battle? Instead of viewing these perceived flaws as weaknesses, we must reframe them as sources of strength and resilience. That nagging self-doubt, it's a testament to your capacity for self-reflection. The fear of failure, it signifies a deep-seated desire for success, a desire so strong that its shadow casts a pall of fear. The procrastination is not laziness, but an attempt to avoid facing the vulnerability inherent in pursuing your dreams. That nagging sense of incompleteness, the whisper of self-doubt that keeps you from truly shining. It's a familiar ache, a persistent shadow clinging to the edges of your joy. You push it down, try to ignore it, maybe even numb it with distractions. But it persists, doesn't it? This isn't weakness. This is the shadow self, manifesting as anxiety, procrastination, a crippling fear of failure, self-sabotaging behaviors that keep you stuck. Defense mechanisms, cognitive biases, these psychological guardians shield us from pain, but they also prevent us from facing our true selves. They fuel the shadow, feeding the narrative of inadequacy. Carl Jung, the visionary psychologist, offered a profound insight. The shadow isn't an enemy to be banished, but an integral part of our wholeness. He said, everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves. They are not evidence of your failing, but rather the raw materials of your resilience, your strength. Embrace the imperfections, the complexities, the parts of you that you've deemed unworthy. They are not weaknesses to overcome, but potent aspects of your unique identity, your authentic power. Instead of fighting the darkness, we learn to dance with it. What hidden strength might be lurking in your perceived weaknesses? What untapped potential is being held captive by your self-doubt? You tell yourself you're weak, flawed, unworthy. But what if I told you this isn't weakness, but the shadow self asserting itself? This isn't about lacking willpower, it's about a deeper, hidden struggle. The roots of this self-sabotage often lie buried deep within your subconscious, in unresolved childhood traumas, perhaps, or painful experiences you've suppressed, buried under layers of societal conditioning. Carl Jung, the visionary psychologist, offers a crucial insight. What you resist persists. Your shadow self isn't something to be banished, but integrated. He called it individuation, this process of confronting and understanding all aspects of your being, the light and the dark. Jung saw the shadow as a reservoir of untapped energy, potent creativity, and inherent strength. Embrace your imperfections. They are the unique etchings that shape your narrative, giving depth and authenticity to your existence. The journey towards integration is about self-acceptance, about acknowledging your entire self, the light and the dark, without judgment, without compromise. Now reflect on this. What aspect of your shadow self are you currently resisting? Where are you holding yourself back, unknowingly creating obstacles on your path to self-mastery? It's the hidden part of you, the one you keep locked away in the darkest corners of your mind, a place you avoid even thinking about. This darkness isn't some malevolent entity. It's a repository of unresolved conflicts, repressed emotions, past traumas, and deeply ingrained beliefs, all stemming from experiences that shaped your self-perception and ultimately your actions. Maybe it's a childhood wound, a hurtful criticism, a pattern of self-neglect that keeps playing on repeat. He spoke of the shadow self, that hidden, often unacknowledged part of our psyche containing the aspects of ourselves we deem unacceptable, shameful, or even terrifying. But Jung's wisdom offers a liberating perspective. What you resist persists. Instead of trying to banish the shadow, he proposed integrating it, acknowledging, understanding, and ultimately accepting the full spectrum of your being. These seemingly negative experiences have made you uniquely resilient, capable, and insightful. It's time to rewrite the narrative. The scars of your past can become your greatest strengths. The stories you have been telling yourself can be rewritten. These seemingly negative aspects were never a weakness. They were simply an unprocessed part of you. So how do we begin this alchemical process? What part of yourself have you been diligently trying to bury? Start by acknowledging the darkness within. You push it down, bury it under accomplishments, relationships, distractions, anything to avoid the unsettling darkness within. It manifests as self-sabotage, that insidious habit of derailing your own progress just as you're about to break through. Procrastination, crippling anxiety, the inability to fully commit, these are not signs of weakness, but rather the subtle grip of your shadow self. It's the part of you you refuse to acknowledge, the messy, imperfect, vulnerable parts you deem unworthy. It's the repository of unresolved traumas, repressed emotions, and ingrained beliefs, a silent battlefield where childhood wounds, societal conditioning, and past disappointments wage a war against your potential. Fear of failure. It's a defense mechanism, a shield protecting you from the pain of past hurts. Low self-esteem. It's a consequence of internalizing negative messages, absorbed from judgmental voices echoing in your mind. He said, what you resist persists. Jung's concept of individuation emphasizes the importance of integrating these darker aspects, of acknowledging those difficult emotions and experiences without judgment. It's about understanding that the shadow is not separate from you, but rather an integral part of your whole being. Embrace it. The reframe is not about eliminating your perceived flaws, but about radically accepting them. What fears or insecurities hold you back? Confronting these uncomfortable truths is the first step towards integrating your shadow self and stepping into the magnificent, unfiltered version of you, waiting to be unleashed. You feel it, don't you? That nagging sense of incompleteness, that persistent whisper of self-doubt. It's a shadow clinging to your heels, whispering insidious lies about your capabilities, your worth. You might try to ignore it, push it down, bury it under layers of busyness and distraction. Its roots lie deep within your subconscious, nurtured by unresolved traumas, societal conditioning, and limiting beliefs ingrained since childhood. Perhaps a critical parent, a painful betrayal, or a crushing experience of failure. These echoes reverberate through your life, creating an internal resistance to growth and fulfillment. Your mind has crafted intricate defense mechanisms, cognitive biases designed to protect you from further pain. By confronting the darkness, acknowledging its pain, and understanding its origins, we can transform it into a source of strength. So how do we reframe this? Instead of viewing your perceived flaws as weaknesses, see them as sources of resilience, the scars of battles fought and lessons learned. That fear of failure, it's the fire of ambition burning low, fueled by a deep-seated desire to prove yourself. That self-doubt, it's a testament to your courage for daring to dream big in the face of uncertainty. What untapped potential lies dormant in the shadows of your soul?